Even though it was painful, I saw The Marvels. So let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'll be talking about The Marvels. So my initial thoughts on The Marvels is that this movie is not good at all. It's not a surprise to me. I knew this movie wasn't going to be very good going into it. And leaving it, it wasn't good. I missed most of the big parts, and it still didn't land for me at all. The MCU or the MCU is 100% dead. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's nothing that I enjoyed about the Marvels. This is not a good movie at all. So I'm going to divide my review into 4 categories. I'll be talking about the characters, how this film is structured, the pacing of this film, and lastly, I'll give my final concluding thoughts of the current state of the MCU or the MCU. The Marvel really only highlights 4 characters. These 4 characters are Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Dar-Benn, who's the villain. Let's just start off with the villain first, with Dar-Benn. Most people, the biggest criticism they have with the MCU is that they cannot stick the landing with villains, and Dar-Benn is by far the worst villain in the entire universe. And this is really bad. This is bad news, and Dar-Benn is completely terrible. Basically, Dar-Benn's just a female version of Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and she's a blank page that does absolutely nothing. Moving on to Captain Marvel, she is just as stale as she was in the last couple of films. She's still stale, offers nothing. Brie Larson's trying her absolute hardest to make this a thing, and she just fails miserably. There's moments in this movie where she starts singing, and it makes me want to gouge my eyes out with a fork. Monica Rambeau, I don't really hate Monica Rambeau. She's just a blank page, just like Dar-Benn. And Miss Marvel, I think, is the only person that gave this movie anything, but still then, I didn't really care about her. The way the Marvels is structured is pretty much one of the reasons why it doesn't work. There's so many genres that this film is trying to push and trying to mesh together. They try to have a superhero, action film, comedy, musical, coming to life movie all at one time. And that doesn't click at all. When they try to do action, it doesn't work. And when they try to do comedy, it also does not work. There's also moments to where you have musical numbers. Why are we doing this? There's no way that any of those would connect. People liked the other films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because you really only focused on 3 things: superhero, action, and comedy. And you really didn't go too crazy in the comedy. And every time the Marvels tried to be comedic, it did not land. There's so many things that they try to do, and none of it works. The characters aren't interesting, the story isn't fun, and the whole thing is a complete dud. The pacing is also probably one of the worst parts of this film, specifically in the beginning. The pacing in the beginning is probably the worst pacing I've ever seen in a movie. This is unbelievably terrible. I could not believe what I was seeing. In the beginning of this film, for the first 15 to 20 minutes, you are going all over the place. And as a viewer, the movie does not tell you what's going on. You're just going from here to here to here to here to here, everywhere, all over the place, back to here again. And the movie doesn't take its time to explain what's going on. And this is the first 20 minutes. This movie doesn't care about establishing a story right from the get-go. And then as the film progresses, it still either goes to a halting stop or just has no idea what it wants to do in regards of its pace. This movie is a cluster mess that makes no sense. Here's my last bit on the Marvels. MCU, it's dead. It's done. Stop doing these movies. They suck. I don't want to ever see one of these terrible garbage-filled films again. Ant-Man Quantumanium was garbage, and this is another garbage film. No one knows what they're doing with Marvel. No one knows what to do with Marvel. They need to stop. They need to throw everything in the bin, take 5 years off, and reboot this entire thing. Because whatever Disney Kevin Feige is doing, it's not working, and the Marvels is the epitome of complete and utter trash. With all that being said, you probably can tell that The Marvels was not a good movie. Characters are not good, the entire story makes no sense, and then structured completely bogus. I did not like this movie. I want these movies to stop being made. And so I'm going to give The Marvels a thumbs down. Here's my recommendation. I don't recommend this movie. It's not good at all. Don't go to the theater. And when it comes out on streaming via Disney Plus, or if you can find it alternative ways, don't watch it. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of money. This is a complete disaster and Marvel has no idea what they're doing. So avoid this movie at all costs. There you have it. That's my review for The Marvels. And as always, if you've seen The Marvels, let me know your opinions down below in the comments. If you like this video, make sure you click that like button and consider watching another video on my channel. And if you like the stuff that I do here, make sure you're subscribed. That way I can see you next time. Till then, be yourself, and I will see you next time. Peace.